Hi guys, it's me, and I wanted to do a video because a lot of you guys have been asking about, I feel crooked again. This tripod stinks. I swear, I always feel crooked, or like maybe it's the angle because the room just seems crooked. I don't know. Anyways, I want to do a video because a lot of you guys have requested a cleaning video of how I keep my house clean, and I don't want to do it. I can give you tons of tips on how to keep your house clean, or at least how we keep our house clean, and I can tell you the things that I do, but I don't really recommend them because I have a very, like I said in our day in the life video the other day, I have a very unhealthy relationship with cleaning. I am literally on the brink of OCD when it comes to my cleaning. Growing up, our house was always really cluttered. My parents both worked full-time jobs. They had 4 kids. We were all in activities. We were super busy. My mom was an awesome mom. She spent time with us. She went to events. She cooked. She made sure our laundry was always clean, and she worked a full-time job so that we could have things, you know, like a car when you were in high school and stuff like that. Like, they were both very hardworking parents, and us kids were not very easy to raise. Our house, you know, was like the last thing on her mind in regards to like keeping it clean. And I remember growing up and not caring, but my mom caring, you know, whenever anybody would come over or like my grandma would come over, my mom would, you know, we'd do these stress cleaning sessions real quick before somebody would come over. And I just remember seeing her so upset and stressed out about it that when I grew up and had my own apartment, I promised myself that I wasn't going to be like that. And how do you do that? You just make sure your house is clean all the time. So I keep my house clean because of, I think, just the way I was raised. You know, I just didn't want to ever have that freak out moment of, oh my gosh, somebody's coming, we need to hurry up and clean. Do we have those moments in our house? Of course we do. And every single time it happens, I hate it. But after like living a life of having my house really organized and clean and stuff, I really liked it. I liked the way my house looked. I liked that I could find things when I needed it. I liked that I could have anybody over anytime and not feel weird. You know, it makes me happy when my house is like put together and clean. And so what's happened over time is that I've become a neat freak. Sometimes I can't go to bed at night until like the floors are mopped. I can't leave a kitchen messy. It just drives me insane. I can't like toys ever out everywhere. Like, I don't care if they're going to be out, but I want them to be organized. I'm a freak when it comes to cleaning, and I prioritize cleaning way too much in my life. It's too important to me, and I'm trying to work on changing that, and I've gotten a lot better. But I don't know, like everybody always tells me like, you have kids, it's okay, like nobody expects you to have a clean house, but I expect me to have a clean house. I don't, and the funny thing is I don't expect anyone else to have a clean house though. Like, I don't go to somebody's house that's messier than mine and think, oh my gosh, this person needs to clean. I feel comfortable in messy houses. It actually makes me feel really good. I love it. But then my own house, for some reason, I like freak out. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that like, I don't want people to compare their homes to mine because A, my home is a lot smaller than probably some people's homes. I shouldn't say only because I might have a bigger house than somebody else watching, but our house is 1,500 square feet. It's not that big in regards to how many people live here. So it doesn't take long for me to clean the house, the complete house. Like, my parents had a big house, so it was really hard to keep every room clean, you know, because it was such a large home. So we have a smaller home, so that helps keep it clean. But yeah, so don't compare your home to mine because I wish I wasn't like this. I don't want to be this anal. I don't want to not be able to go to bed without having my house clean. I hate it. So I just want to say that, like, as a disclaimer. The way that I keep my house clean, if you really want to know, is I don't take breaks. When I do, I only take breaks when my house is clean. John does a few things around the house. He'll do anything I ask him to. He's really a great husband. We have our issues, but but if I ask him to do something, he'll do it. Will he do something if I don't ask him? No, but he'll do it if I ask him. So he usually cleans like the toilets, like the downstairs one because that's the one that he and Wyatt destroy, and then I kind of do the rest. We clean our bathrooms probably once a week. The downstairs one gets cleaned more since Wyatt uses it all the time, and I do my cloth diapers down there. John's in charge of doing the dishes, like loading and unloading the dishwasher. Like, that's basically his main like chore. I know that sounds childish, but I don't know what else to call it. Everything else I take care of, like laundry, doing it, putting it away. Sometimes John will help me put it away, but I'd kind of rather do it myself because I usually find my clothes in Kaya's room or Ava's room if he does laundry, and then Ava's clothes in my room. So I do laundry, I sweep, I do all that. But yeah, so there's that. When it comes to keeping my house clean, I am not like a lot of parents. I know a lot of parents usually with young children wait until like the end of the night while the kids are in bed and then clean up their house. And I get that because it's easier, because then like your kids won't make a mess again because they're asleep. But I'm actually the opposite. I like cleaning throughout the day. If my kids get, and this is, I've already started teaching Kaya this. She can already clean up after herself, and I should do a video of that. But she'll pick up herself throughout the day. If the kids make a mess and it's gotten out of control, I make them stop, take a break, and then clean up all of the toys that they aren't playing with, which is usually 95% of the toys that are out. I own Disney Infinity. It's a PlayStation 3 video game that Wyatt and Ava really enjoy playing. So that's like a treat that they get to play maybe a few times a week, and when they want to do that, they have to clean up all of their toys and they have to clean up both of their rooms before they're allowed to do it. I will help clean up some of the toys, but most of the time Wyatt and Ava and Kaya are in charge of picking up their toys throughout the day. I have taught all of my children from a very young age that before they pull out another toy, they need to put away the toy that they just played with. Kaya is a little bit, yeah, obviously she's 16 months, so she doesn't really get that quite yet, but when everyone else starts cleaning up the toys, she happily picks up her toys and puts them away in her cubbies. I have made cleaning up really easy for them. As you saw in my toy organization video, I've made it easy for them to be able to put away their own toys, just as easy as it is to get them out. So that way, when I say you need to clean up your stuff, I'm not putting an unrealistic expectation on them. I get that parents figure, well, they're going to make a mess, so I might as well just wait till the end of the day. But I think that flaws a child to a certain extent, because then they don't really learn how to clean up after themselves. Me being a very clean and organized person, I know where everybody's crap is in this house. John doesn't know where his work keys are or his sunglasses or whatever. Somehow I always know where they are. Wyatt loses a blankie or a stuffed animal, there's 3 places that it usually is, and I'm usually the only one who can find it. And that's because I pay attention to the house, and I keep things in places and organized, including the toys, including clothes, pots, pans, anything. And I've been able to take that organization, and it's been able to carry me forward in my life in general. When it comes to being a teen mom and juggling 3 jobs and Ava and her daycare and then all of that, like, I would never probably have been able to handle all of that had I not learned how to be organized and clean. I think that it's an important trait to teach kids, and so I would rather have my kids learn how to clean up their own messes than clean them up, even if it means, you know, not having to clean throughout the day, I guess, if that makes sense. When it comes to like the floors, like sweeping, I vacuum once a day. We have this rug here, and then our basement is carpeted, and that's it. So I vacuum once a day. It usually takes about 10-15 minutes. And I only do that because right now it's winter, so there's a lot of salt rocks in this front room carried in from the outside, and I don't want Kai eating them, so I sweep up here. And then downstairs I sweep because that's where, when my niece comes over on Fridays, she's kind of almost getting to that crawling stage, so I don't want her to find little beads or something and accidentally swallow them. Also, I just like the way the carpet looks when it's vacuumed. So I vacuum once a day. Our kitchen floor is white tile. I hate it. Everybody's like, oh, you're so lucky you have ceramic tile. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I would gladly rip it out and put some cheap like fake wood down in there. I hate it. It gets so dirty, especially with Kaya and Wyatt, and it's just disgusting. I sweep after every single meal, and I sweep before I go to bed, and then I usually like mop it or use my Swiffer wet jet or whatever it's called. I do that just underneath the table, probably once a day or every other day. And then when it comes to the kitchen, like I said, John usually takes care of the dishes after dinner or in the morning before everyone's out of bed, before he goes to work. And in our bedrooms, again, I make our kids clean their own bedrooms. You know, in the beginning we help them until they're old enough to be able to do it themselves, but if you put the time and energy in your kids and help them learn the proper way to clean, you will be rewarded in tenfold as they get older, and they will be rewarded tenfold because they'll be able to do that when they get older. When I get all these little things like done, like dusting and vacuuming and sweeping, I get all that stuff done when the kids eat lunch, which sounds weird, but this is what I do. So I make the kids lunch, I put them at the table, and then while they're eating, I go run and grab the vacuum and I vacuum downstairs because our kitchen and our basement are really close to each other so I can see them still. And then I bring it upstairs and I vacuum this room. I take it back and put it away in the laundry room. And then I work on the kitchen, whether it's wiping down counters, the stove, or doing the lunch dishes or the floor while I'm talking, or we have a dance party. We have an iPod in the kitchen. That's when I clean those floors, and the kitchen is when they're like dancing or eating. Like I said, the kids are in charge of cleaning up the toys downstairs. When it comes to the bathrooms, that's usually done at night after the kids get put to bed, because that way they are not in the fumes and stuff, and they don't get toothpaste on the sink right after we cleaned it. And then laundry, I just do laundry all day long every day. Like that is just something that is never ending when you have 5 people in your family. Although I feel bad be saying that because I know that Aunt Avon Lee or Anna has like, I think, what do you have, 8 kids or 8 people in your family? 5, 6, 7 people in your family? You have more than me, and I just feel so bad for you. But laundry I do probably every other day, and then I do cloth diapers in the days that I'm not doing like the whatever other laundry. So I like doing smaller loads of laundry because if you do it more frequently, you only have like 2 loads to like wash, dry, like 2 smaller loads and then put away. So it's like 20 minutes of your time putting away laundry instead of like 5 loads of laundry. So I would rather do little intermittent ones throughout the week than do huge ones, because then it just feels like my whole day is sucked up. And I don't know why people think that you need like a huge batch of laundry to do a load. Like, I'm pretty sure most washers and dryers have those like settings for small, medium, large, right? Like, maybe I'm being stupid, but ours does. So I just do small loads throughout the week, because then it literally does, it takes like a few minutes to put it all away and then I'm done, you know? So that's kind of how I keep the house clean. You know, I do little bits of cleaning throughout the day, every day of the week. I don't just wait and let things get a mess and then take care of it. I prevent instead of fix at the end, if that makes sense. Because preventative cleaning, is that a thing? It is now. Preventative cleaning is just far easier to maintain than just dealing with a huge mess and being stressed out like, oh my god, my in-laws are coming now, I need to like run around for a day. Like, nobody wants to be around me when I'm like that, because I go crazy. So instead we do preventative cleaning. It helps teach the kids like cleanliness, and that, you know, people can find stuff when our house is clean. So that's how I do it. I hope that explained it. I'm not perfect. I really, like I said, I wish I didn't concentrate on cleaning so much, because sometimes like when the house really does get a wreck and like kids are sick or we have somewhere to be, I can't leave the house or go to bed until the house is clean and to my standards. And sometimes I'll stay up till like 1 o'clock in the morning. If I'm sick, I'll still like get up and vacuum if we have somewhere we need to be, or if we leave for a trip especially. I will not and cannot leave my house for a week-long trip or even an overnight unless my house is perfectly clean. And it sounds insane, but I won't have a good time on that trip unless I know that I'm coming home to a clean house, because there's nothing worse to me than coming home and my house be a complete mess, because then there's no point of a vacation because you're coming back to a dumpy like work. So that's kind of what I mean. Like, I hate that I'm this neurotic. I hate that cleanliness is that important to me. And like I said, it's just my own cleanliness. It has nothing to do with anybody else, because I go to other people's houses where there's toys out and there's like dishes out, and I'm like, I feel great. I feel comfortable. It's no different to me. But for some reason, my house just, I have different standards for it, and it's just crazy insane. But I don't know. I think I'm just trying to prove something maybe. Like, when I was a teenager, I always wanted to prove that I had everything together as being a mother, and so having a clean house and having a toddler and, you know, working 3 jobs like really made me proud of myself, and I think maybe I just haven't let go of that. But don't compare yourself to me with how clean my house is compared to yours or whatever. And my house really isn't. There's areas that are really gross. Like our laundry room, it's like, have you ever seen Friends where Monica and Chandler finds Monica's closet and he's like, bum 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 bum. That's my laundry room. It's just where I throw all the crap that I have no home for. It just goes in the laundry room. And then every 3 months, John and I will go through that room and get rid of everything. But I don't want you guys thinking I'm perfect or my house is perfect, because it's not. And I wish that I weren't this insane. I really do. But basically, the only reason my house is clean is because I've really worked on my kids and learning how to clean. They can have fun, but they need to also learn how to clean up their fun. and I don't take breaks until my house is clean. I reward myself with YouTube videos if I, wash the floors or my bedroom gets clean. My bedroom is always disgusting, by the way. You guys saw my bedroom tour. It does not look like that anymore. It's got laundry all over the place, and like the kids' toys somehow made it up there, and it's just bad. So I need to go up and clean that. But that's my point. Like, if there's something that I know is a mess right now, I will go clean that, and then my reward will be sitting on that couch back there and watching like a YouTube video. But I can't do that until that gets done. So those are my tips. I do cleaning throughout the day. Like John said, I just clean all day long. I do little cleanings throughout the day, and then when the kids are happy and entertained during lunchtime, that's when I do like the floors and like the kitchen counters and the stove. Bathrooms get done after the kids go to bed. We only have two. It doesn't take that long. Laundry gets done every day, just little loads, and it takes me maybe like 15-20 minutes to put them away and 5 seconds to like load the laundry and switch them to the dryer. And the kids pick up their toys, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, and I don't think it's ever too young to teach a kid how to clean. Kaya likes cleaning. She sees her siblings doing it, and she gets excited and puts her stuff away. So I just that's how we keep our house clean. So that is it. I hope that wasn't too confusing. This video was way too long like always. I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.